welcome those of you who are joining us from Morgantown, West Virginia. We're a kind of a ragged start on both sides. This longtime rivalry, now a conference rivalry in the WCC. Gonzaga and Washington State, first sellout in this building in a long time. And Lawan Watts hits a three. Washington State off to a very good start here, leading the Zags 8-2.
He's their most versatile player, Lawan Watts. They'll post him a lot. He can drive it, and it shows you can hit a three.
Hickman, nice little move for a much-needed Gonzaga bucket.
Yeah, a little bit unsettled here. Some uncharacteristic turnovers early. Good drive there by Hickman. He in battle. You can kind of tell early if either of those guys are going to be in it. Consistency's been a real issue for both all season long.
Ethan Price hands back to the Washington State point guard Nate Calmese, trying to penetrate against Ben Gregg. Almost just dribbled it off his backside. Shot clock winding down. Tough contested three. No good.
He wanted that matchup against Gregg.
What a great outlet from Nembhard to Gregg, who draws the foul. PK with Hoff with Gregg. In the first matchup between these two teams, then Gregg makes the first free throw. And there are a lot of Gonzaga fans, as you would expect, who've made the hour-and-a-half drive down the road to be here in Pullman. Ben Gregg getting ready for his senior night over the weekend. It'll be an emotional senior night for the Zags. They've got a big game coming up on Saturday against St. Mary's. But can't overlook this Washington State team ahead of that game. Wazoo is only 6-8 in the West Coast Conference, but I think here at home with this crowd, probably a little more dangerous than that record would indicate. Calmese, shot clock winding down, flings one up, didn't hit iron. Rebound Gonzaga.
Gonzaga switching those ball screens with Calmese.
Nembhard to battle. He's missed 3 of those threes from that same spot. Down low, nice pass to Gregg, who scores with a foul.
And that's Gonzaga basketball. That's how you average 20 assists a game. Really unselfish. Battle 0 for 3 from 3 to start this game. Rather than forcing up another one here, he makes the extra pass underneath. And there are those points in the paint. Gonzaga scoring 44 points in the paint a game. It's one of the best numbers in the country. As you said, it starts with those bigs up front.
So Gregg completes the three-point play. Zags lead 9-8. Michael Ajayi will check in. Energy guy off the bench, who was a first-team all-conference player last year for Pepperdine, has come to Gonzaga and hasn't had quite that kind of success, but especially lately he's been playing well. 7-0 run for the Zags. Washington State, a powerful offense, but having a hard time getting shots off. Again, shot clock in the final seconds, and another heave from way outside. Yeah, that's what, 3 or 4 possessions in a row, sort of just like that.
Oh, and Gonzaga doing a nice job. State in front. Washington State brings in Andy Okafor, more of a traditional big than they're used to. They don't play that 5-out that they do when they start Eric Strip and Ethan Price.
EK down low. Usually when he gets that position down there, he's going to score.
You have got to continue to fight him for position, all possession, because he is constantly ducking in. He is so good at getting it deep.
A 9-0 run for the Zags here to take an 11-8 lead. Isaiah Watts. Price got poked in the face. Now they call a foul against Ajayi. He'll come out momentarily. Braden Huff checks in. Also a good scorer inside for the Zags. Lawan Watts, he's had a nice start to this game.
And he's showing you the versatility. He leads them in rebounds and assists, and he can score at all 3 levels.
Ajayi, 3, no. Calmese just hasn't looked real smooth in the first part of this game.
Part of it, Gonzaga stopped his momentum.
Now whistle away from the ball. That's a foul.
One of the things Mark Few telling us today about Calmese is he was surprised by
Watts fouled by Ajayi. Well, Michael Ajayi's come into this game and Calmise comes out. When Calmise is out and Parker Garrett's comes in, and Parker Garrett's can handle the ball a little bit, but often you'll see Lawan Watts start to be a little bit more of an initiator. He's the inbound passer. Out of bounds.
Yeah, he essentially becomes the ability, and so they've had to kind of plug the dam. They don't have a lot of shot creators. That's part of the problem. They got a lot of catch and shoot guys.
A couple of really talented players, especially Cedric Coward, out for the year. Catch and score from Greg.
Caught in a bad matchup. Parker Garrett's had no shot, and again, the depth on that catch. Those bigs for Gonzaga are so good at fighting for deep position.
Erikstrup has missed a few of those already. Zags, though, lose the ball out of bounds.
The possession in the half court, they allow those bigs to work for position.
I'm sure that young woman under the basket with the camera was thinking, all right, well, it happened once. It can't happen again. Erikstrup still has not made a shot. That one goes off of Innocenti. And it'll stay Washington State basketball. Who, at least briefly this year, was inserted by Mark Few into the starting lineup. Zags were having a tough time on defense, and he's a good defender. Lawan Watts, way short, air ball. Here's Ryan Demmer. Pop, spin move, Pop scores again.
An early post. That first big down for Gonzaga is looking to run to the front of the rim and post. Really nice footwork by Huff there, and he's got a really good touch around the basket.
He does. There aren't many teams in the country who have a backup post who scores like Braden Huff does. Erikstrup lays that one in. Skips it over to Hickman, who drives and misses. Offensive rebound, though, for Huff. Nice little shot fake, scores with a foul.
Saturday, how emotional that's going to be for Mark Few. He was saying it's hard to believe it's here. It's crazy how quickly time flies.
Had a chance to coach his son these last 4 years. Huff out of the timeout, makes a free throw. Braden Huff has scored the last 7 for the Zags, so making a true impact off the bench. And a little full court pressure from Gonzaga. Garrett's almost lost it. I don't know how Gonzaga didn't come away with that ball. Now Ethan Price gets fouled. Man, you weren't kidding with the ball. Calmise just in the game, misses a 3. Whips one down low to Huff, and another basket for Braden Huff. That's sort of that touch you're talking about.
And that feel from Ryan Emhart. I mean, how about the adjustment at the last second to find Huff instead of the roller Ben Gregg?
Braden Huff is piling up the points here for the Zags. Another mishandle by Washington State, and it goes out of bounds off of Erikstrup against Wazoo. That's pretty good.
Can't get much better. Washington State countering with a little three-quarter court pressure back into this 1-2-2 zone they play.
Hard to Huff again. He's just feeling it. Had that shot blocked. Okay, he's missed one now. Nobody's perfect. Price, nowhere to go. Ben Gregg just off. From the free throw line, good.
Washington State does not post their bigs a lot, and you could tell. They are not nearly as comfortable in there as they are out on the perimeter facing up. They are stretch bigs.
Nembhard, no. Good look. Out of bounds off of Huff. Number 1 Auburn hosting Georgia. In the SEC again, you got Alabama and Kentucky at 6 Eastern. The game you and I were just talking about, Gonzaga St. Mary's later that evening in Spokane. The great rivalry out west these days. Price faces and scores. That's kind of where he's more comfortable as opposed to on the low block. And Greg passed up the 3 and offensive foul. Made the shot. So that's been Greg's second foul. Ajayi, who also has 2 fouls, comes in for Greg. Graham Ike and Ryan Nembhard both at the moment are on the bench. Zags are just a deeper team than Washington State. Lawan Watts tries to go by Huff. That was good defense.
Really good. His length bothered Watts there.
Dusty Stromer 3. Good.
Guy whose minutes have been cut a little bit with Emmanuel Inocente coming in and playing and doing what he does for them defensively.
It's been a weird career, I think, a couple of years for Dusty Stromer. Lawan Watts answers with a 3 on this side.
A little bit of a smaller lineup, so you've got Lawan Watts playing that small ball 4 going up against Braden Huff.
Stromer tries this one. That one's good. 2 in a row for Dusty Stromer. That's got to feel good. I mean, he's a big time high school player and recruit. Just hasn't really found his footing in Spokane. Defending against Isaiah Watts, who shot a jump shot with his left hand. Didn't work out that well. Hickman drives and scores with a foul. And against Alabama. Anyway, you saw the head coach, young head coach David Riley of Washington State. He and his team, they got some things to work out.
Yeah, this is a big segment right here because you could get into blowout territory pretty quickly. You got to get a quality look. They haven't gotten many quality looks at the basket.
Yeah, not. Watts to Watts. The 2 Watts have combined for 15 of the 19. Everybody not named Watts has a total of 4 points for Washington State. Lawan Watts is going to hand it to Calmise, who goes down the lane with the left hand high off the glass. No good. Ike had it stripped from behind by Isaiah Watts.
Really good read by Watts.
Oh, you're right. Nothing easy, nothing early in possessions. The transition's been cut off.
And they've been physical.
Price catch and shoot 3. Might have almost looked like he rushed that. Nolan Hickman all the way to the basket.
Just not well defended. The freedom of movement off of this high pick and roll for these guards. It has not been defended well by Washington State.
Lawan Watts flips one up. And I think they're going to say on the floor, not a shooting foul. Their last 16 after they started 1 for 7 from the field.
Part of that, Dave, is Braden Huff coming in off of the bench, giving him really a good spurt, and then Dusty Stromer hitting 2 threes. You know, their bench came in and gave him a lift.
Watts makes the first. Gonzaga's outscored Washington State 15-0 in this first half from the bench. Watts makes them both. Okafor will check back in. Nice look from Hickman to Ajayi. He draws the foul.
Washington State just searching defensively. They go to a zone there, and a nice job by Ajayi playing behind the zone. And they're just an absolute dime from the top of the key to find him. You were talking about Ajayi earlier. It was a slow start, but he has started to come on. Double figures in each of their last 3 games. Had a double-double in that San Francisco game. And he's had to pick his spots because teams, he doesn't shoot it well from 3. He's only shooting 21%. So teams have not been guarding him when he's been out on the perimeter.
By the way, just a quick reminder on the women's side, Thursday, tomorrow, 7 Eastern, here on ESPN2, Louisville and Duke, big game in the ACC. That's tomorrow on Thursday. Ajayi almost deflected that one. He's a high-energy player. Last week, big game at home for the Zags against San Francisco, and Ajayi was flying all over the place. Zags have taken this Cougars crowd. First sellout in almost 15 years here, mostly out of the game. Juwan Watts out of bounds, lost it. That's a turnover. I mean, he's not getting a whole lot of help here from his teammates. He's been easily the leading scorer. He's got 12 of their 21. Stromer tries again. No. But Ajayi high for the offensive rebound and the putback.
And that's been what a rebound by Ajayi. That's been another problem area for Washington State. They are not a good defensive rebounding team. It hurt them in the first matchup against Gonzaga, and Gonzaga doing work there again tonight in this first half.
They need this guy, Nate Calmese, to start creating some offense. Missed that one badly. Man, he has been so off in this first half. Hickman tries. Hickman, no. Ike grabs the rebound. Another offensive board, and a foul against the Cougars. Braden Huff, I mean, he sort of looks like the guy you'd want to pick for your partner for your science project or something. But he's just a really good player. Ike had his shot blocked. Isaiah Watts back in, trying to attack. Again, Gonzaga manages to get back. Erikstra. Shot fake, steps into the long 2. Rebound, Price comes away with it. With the left hand, just kind of flung it up there. Long rebound. Cougs have it again. Here's a 3. That was good. Thomas Thrafterson, the freshman from Iceland, of all places.
One of the rare open looks they've had. Comes off of 2 offensive rebounds.
Ike from Hickman. Hickman's been a nice initiator.
Yeah, he has.
And Mark Few's talked about that a lot with Nolan Hickman because he came to Gonzaga. It's his 4th year here. Isaiah Watts, too strong, came to be a point guard. And Ryan Nembhard's sort of shifted him to a position that's a little less comfortable for him. He's done it without complaint. And he's had a really solid career. Catch and shoot for Hickman. No. Ike tips it in, but they're going to call a foul.
One's a 5th-year guy, the other's a senior. For players of that veteran status to be as inconsistent as they have been is a little bit puzzling. You know, you think guys who are that veteran would bring it every single day, and it's been one of the things they have battled all year.
Pressure again was effective. Washington State having a hard.
Dang, man, friendly fire.
Kicked in the face. The ball into that, smack him right in the nose. Now foul against Washington State. Ike back to the free throw line. Zags up 15 with 2:21 to go in the first half. Ike earns the second. Had a shot of future Hall of Famer Mark Few. Speaking, since Farnham plugged our podcasts, Farnham and I host a podcast together, and Mark Few is our guest this week. Had some really cool stories about, as a young coach, out of high school, out of college, how he got started in the business. Judd Heathcote stories. Eric Strupp, no. He's had a really tough time shooting the ball. Battle comes away with it. Caleb Battle all the way to slam it home. Zags are taking it to the Cougars here. That's a travel.
Washington State had a good minute and a half to start this game, and then Gonzaga's defense took over. And now offensively, they've got it going, and they've, the foul line has been a real problem area for Washington State. The differential there has hurt them.
Hickman, Ajayi had it poked away briefly. Tough shot, made it anyway.
One of those, we're up 19. Let me end the clock. Let me take this thing.
Another run for the Zags. They've had a few long runs. Now it's 10-0 in these last couple minutes. Juan Watts with the left hand. Came up short. Nembhard. Nobody does that better than Ryan Nembhard. Hickman was fouled and landed hard. And look, Hickman's the guy who finished the play, gets to the line, makes the first free throw. Ryan Nembhard is so good at those lead bounce passes. It's been a relatively quiet half for Nembhard. He officially has not scored and only has one assist, but he doesn't get credit for an assist there. He set the whole play up. Washington State, somebody needed to shoot. They finally did. Lawan Watts made the basket. Final minute of the half. Extra pass, Hickman three, good.
Ball like St. Mary's does, being physical, changing defenses. You've got to disrupt their rhythm, and Washington State just doesn't have the ability to do that.
They'll hold for the final shot. Presumably they will. Down 50-26. Six seconds. Juan Watts. Somebody's got to shoot. Eric Strupp does and lays it in. So a positive finish to the half.